Greetings there, my fellow farmers and radio operators of the zombie apocalypse. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to State of Decay 2 New Haven, Episode 21, Hydroponics and Comms. So I've got 6 minutes to get home, but with 20 building materials, that's kind of nice. That means that you guys can have me upgrade an outpost, or the still, or the latrine, the workshop, or the infirmary. All of those 5 facilities could be upgraded with these building materials. And then when I do end up moving, which hopefully I get the option to eventually move and I don't lose, that stuff gets refunded. So it's not like gone forever. If we move, it's a full refund, which is kind of nice.
Just remember, everyone fights. No one quits.
Oh no, that was bad parking. Oh, Jesus. Stay in the car. Cause this zombie attack is a little different. And with 3 screamers. Does it make sense to save the materials? No, not really. I can spend them and then get refunded. Because there's not really a concept of like invested. Like I don't make
Looks like we're not done yet.
income from just sitting on materials that I'm not using.
It's another Zed surge.
I'll have you guys vote in just a second when my hands aren't busy defending the base with my life about what to upgrade. The upgraded car, it's not so much that it does more damage, it's that it accelerates faster, so it can just impact a bit harder. It's just quicker to accelerate. So yeah, I guess technically that means it does more damage. But it traveling at 20 miles an hour and the last car traveling at 20 miles an hour is functionally not different. It's just this can get up to 20 miles an hour quicker.
Look who's not dead yet.
Okay, so I can't do the latrine because I don't have knowledge of plumbing yet, but I can do still, infirmary, command center, workshop. Yeah. Just those things. Okay. So what to and outpost. What to upgrade? Outpost, still, infirmary, command center, or workshop. So the benefits. Upgrading an outpost would allow me to increase my food income or fuel income. Upgrading my still allows me to make whiskey to sell. Upgrading the infirmary allows me to offer boons, temporary boons to make people stronger. Upgrading the command center allows me to hack drones for reconnaissance and also gives me another outpost slot. And then upgrading the workshop allows me to build some extra stuff. So you guys can vote on that. And I'm going to keep salvaging weapon remains back to back to back to back to back. Does everyone have an 8-slot bag? Because I'll start selling 8-slot bags if not everyone has, or someone doesn't have one. So Cadet even has an army bag, which is even better than the 8-slotters. I think everyone has an 8-slot bag and I can start selling them. Yeah, you have one.
So nice to see you.
You've got one. I've got one. And what about
One
you?
ugly ass juggernaut.
Oh, hey there.
You have one as well. Juggernaut. Okay, I hear the ferals. Well, what about a juggernaut? Oh, it's part of this wandering horde.
Hello out there. I have some goodies to trade straight from Trumbull Valley. Come on by.
Oh, it's Alexis Carter with the network upgrade. Oh, come on, I dodged that. Close the door. This is for Davey!
That screamer means all kinds of
A blow.
nice.
Bye! Come on. Yes. People, back gate, please. All y'all with okay.
Watch out for that juggernaut.
Could you come help, please? Command center. All right. Don't slam, don't slam, don't slam. Please start shooting him. There we go. Ah, not the slam attack.
Better be careful. Catching the plague would really cramp my style.
Come on, stun him. Stun him. So this is why I give the other survivors in the compound really good weapons. So that if we do have a breach like this... Uh-oh. That might have plagued someone. If we do have a breach like this, they're really good weapons. Uh-oh, I'm plagued. Make quick work of juggernauts.
I should probably take a break before I fall over.
That was fun. That also was for Davey. Alright, where's my meds?
Time for me to
So you can see everybody else in the base got pretty seriously infected as a result of that slam. Not quite as bad as I did, but certainly not zero. Okay, command center, let's go. Friendly broadcast. After the friendly broadcast is done, I will kick the upgrade 3 for it. I just want the extra influence from the broadcast first. Yeah, that slam is no joke. I mean, it's why you don't tend to see me go mano a mano with those juggernauts, because they'll make you turn just about instantly. 2 slams and you're starting to hanker for flesh and limb. Oh my lord. ALS Gamer. Oh man, I am so sorry to hear about your dog. Those bits will most certainly go towards the puppers. You saved up thousands for her care? Yeah, I was actually just, my wife was just discussing with her mother about putting in her will money for her dog, who we look after from time to time when her mom's in the hospital. And I mean, we thought it was funny because it's like, we're gonna pay for your dog. Like if my mother-in-law passes, it's not like we're gonna throw the dog onto the street. I have 3 dogs. You know, I care for animals, but we just thought it was funny that she was so concerned about the welfare of her pet. And then my wife's godfather also has 2 dogs. So we're joking, as much as we want to get a 4th dog, we could very shortly inherit 3 more dogs out of nowhere. And her mother-in-law's dog is only like 3, and her godfather's dogs are like just outside of puppy age. So, yeah, it would be a lot of dogs. But dogs are amazing. I love my pets. This little guy. Yeah. So I'm sorry to hear about that. Maybe what I could do is immortalize her in yet another series. I mean, I know you have already had a character named in a series, but perhaps there's a series up and coming where we can have Lily the dog, who's venerated by the community. Kind of like the Radiation series that I had going on where Yoda was a pet. That would be entirely doable, I think. I'll just leave the Yoda cam on once it's done.
Seems like no matter how many we kill, the zombies keep coming. But it's like this. A weed may be harder to kill than a tree. But if you kill enough, the tree grows big and strong.
Okay, I'm not even... Oh, yeah, let's get out to Alexis Carter. Oh, why is she so far away?
But do they all have to live here?
Alexis, why did you decide to arrive to trade with us and then decide to do that a mile and a half away? Oh, if I do end up taking dogs under my care, we'll just have a lot of dogs in the house. It's fine. I've accepted my fate. Plus, they're good animals. So I probably like it. Life is chaos. What was I doing? So, I should get down to Alexis Carter to buy the network device. I'm still waiting for the friendly broadcast to kick in.
Don't miss me too much.
But yeah, let's do that. I'm also up to 2K influence, so I'm well over halfway there. This network device is going to cost me a good bit. But then it also gives me something to do while everybody rests up from plague, because everyone just got super plagued.
That is one nasty screamer.
Yeah, I have an aunt who lives in the greater LA area, and she's
Now that's heavy.
she's constantly rescuing like feral cats that don't act so feral. She's like, I just don't know what to do with them. There's only so much room for cats. Actually, even my next door neighbor here does the same for feral cats that are in my neighborhood. I can't because of my dogs. They would not take kindly to a feral cat. I don't want to risk a cat's life for my, you know. Yeah, trying to find service animals is tough. I was at one time friends with someone that did police dog training. She was a dog breeder that bred Belgian Malinois for police use, and her dogs that she bred and did some training. She did some of the training herself, but she didn't do the certifications. She just did everything that leads up to the police certs. And the police certs themselves is like $10,000 worth of training, something like that. Maybe it's even more expensive than that now. But she said that the dogs that she raised that just weren't well suited for police work because they weren't obedient enough or weren't, you know, sort of aggressive enough, ended up service dogs. But then I remember she was remarking about how just absurdly expensive it is to try to get a service animal when you need one. Yeah, it can be a really difficult process. He wasn't as gracious as me about being willing to inherit someone else's pets. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a pet trainer, but I'm pretty good at training. So, for instance, my mother-in-law's dog is not entirely house-trained. And there's a specific room in my house that kind of smells of pee, if I'm going to be honest. Because every time we have to look after her dog relieves herself indoors. No matter how much I let her out, she just doesn't have the concept that out is the right place to potty. It's just the way it is. It's just not her fault. You can't blame a dog for things it doesn't know. That doesn't make any sense. It's why most dog trainers, if they're good at their job, will say, it's not so much about training the dog, it's more about training the person. Really? You don't have a network device? Fine. Well, I'll buy your compost bin, but... Alexis, I am disappointed. You come back with that network device.
Now that's heavy.
It's not that heavy, actually. No, 25 pounds, that is kind of heavy. Do I have a code for this game? I don't know. I basically don't have codes for any games. But thank you for asking. I used to have a Green Man Gaming affiliate code, but honestly, I used it a few times, and like, I knew I was using it, because I was in my community once every few months. The community gives away computer games, and on a few separate occasions, I would just buy games using my own affiliate code, and to give those games away. And even the games I bought myself, I would not even get a cut of the affiliate code. Like, the affiliate program just didn't work or whatever. So after going through like help. And this is probably true of a lot of affiliate programs. I'm not trying to call out Green Man Gaming specifically. But after going through that process a few times of being like...
Find useful stuff.
I know for certain that I should have made commission on this. Where's my commission? I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to bother. Because it's more effort than it's worth. Yeah, train the human and the dog will follow. Indeed. I was never, like, formally certified or anything, but I used to help people rehab their abused dogs when I lived in Southern California. Because Echo more than Tusk, but Echo has a really good temperament where she won't allow other dogs to dominate her, but she also won't fight
I have a bloater
dogs.
inside.
So people that had abused dogs, that they themselves obviously didn't abuse, but previously abused dogs, I would make like arrangements to have their dogs and Echo have playdates at the dog park in a separate privately fenced off area of the park that you could like close. It was like a figure 8 dog park with like a fence in the middle that had one gate, and you could close that one gate so that you could have half the park to yourself. Normally the gate would be open, but if you did need, if there was a dog that had special needs, you could always close that gate. And I managed to rehab a few dogs that were extremely reactive and violent towards other dogs, to the point where they could be around others, which is really cool. Again, oh, shoot. I have no formal training in it, but I'm patient enough to not lose my cool. I'm going to be risky here. Risky for the brisket. The game is available on Xbox Game Pass. Yes, that is. The two games that I like most on the Game Pass would be this, and Sea of Thieves is also pretty awesome on Game Pass. Sea of Thieves sucks single player though, so like, have a friend to play with you, because otherwise you're going to be disappointed. So Alexis Carter was a bust. What else is there to do out here? The prepper, Judy's prepper. Okay, might as well do the prepper quest. I'm going to get home and drop this stuff off. If you have a friend that has Discord Nitro, Discord Nitro regularly gives out Xbox Game Passes that can only be used for new accounts. So I think I have actually 2 of those codes. They might have expired, I'm not sure. But I would say like 2 or 3 times a year, Discord for their Nitro users gives out just like Xbox Game Passes for new accounts, where you could use that to play a game like State of Decay 2 for free for a month. And then if you like it enough to buy it, the progress that you make in your Xbox Game Pass, it links to Steam. So if you end up buying it on Steam, you don't lose any progress or anything like that. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's true. Robbie, thank you for the sub. So it does remind me that I have those passcodes to give out, because I can't use them myself. So the composting bin that I grabbed is, quote-unquote meta for food production. So I'll hook that up in a second here. Ditch out the, oh, I don't even have a labor to get rid of the fertilizer? Okay, I'm gonna kick someone out of the infirmary. I'm not waiting forever. So the compost bin does 100% yield, whereas the fertilizer is passive and does 50, but you use the compost bin. But if you have the labor, using the compost bin to get that boost is really, really nice. How sick is Judy? Oh, she's fine. I can switch to her.
Think about getting on that.
No silenced guns yet. Nope. Yep, no suppressors. I could make crummy suppressors, but I'd rather not, because they're still pretty loud. I'm just gonna wait until I get actually decent suppressors, because the super loud ones aren't useful, in my opinion. For now, I'm just going to grab some extra things to sell. I'll keep 1 spare large bag in case I need it.
That's a lot of stuff.
Lethal zone is tough? Yeah, I just a little while ago I had someone die. It is tough. It's brutal. That's why I like it. Alright, so her aunt is on the way to rocket jumpers. So I'll be hitting up the rocket jumpers on the way over. The command center is 10 minutes away from upgrade. Compost bin will be installed in 1.5 minutes. And salvaging weapons in 1 minute. Pop. Do I have a death counter? I don't, but your community actually holds a death counter, so you don't need one. Because in the community tab, I'll show you when I'm not potentially going to run into a bloater and die. In the community tab, there will be like headstones in the back of the community to indicate how many people that have died. It doesn't really accurately count everyone, though, because, like, sometimes you purposely get people killed. Like, you exile them and they die, and it counts that against you, and that kind of sucks, but...
What if I could?
But here, in the community, see that little headstone left of Cadet? Or to his right, rather? That's your death count. Just Davey. Not just. I miss Davey.
Good to see you.
Let's trade, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I have so many plague samples. So now that the compost bin's in, we can use one food to double the yield. And then you could do that every day to make a lot more food. So it's going to boost the food production here from 3 to 6 rather than the 4.5 that I had going on earlier. Yeah, game doesn't look too washed out with the gamma up 10%. It's not bad. Yeah, consume one food to yield 6 is definitely worth it. So I usually use the compost bins in hydroponics as a result. There is the soil enrichment mod, which gives you extra HP, which is kind of nice. If you have enough food, you can always switch up for other mods that do other bonuses.
Please let this be the right place. If I take out the nearest plague heart, this should clear up. Are you in here, hon? Can't let that one up.
Oh. House was a little infested. I think your aunt's dead. Bye. It's not what I meant to do, but works.
I knew my luck hadn't run out. Okay, creepers are coming now.
A light crossbow. Basically, every crossbow is nowhere close to as useful as the repeater. So light crossbows, if I recall correctly, just are like normal crossbows, but they shoot the light bolts.
I feel strong, and I'm ready to get back to work.
Yeah, just a few zombies. Cleared them out nice, right, and good.
This place seems clear.
So
for
we're still
now,
looking
but I
for
know that
indicators
won't
about
last.
Aunt Naomi. Haven't found intel about her yet. It's in one of these search places.
Can't find anything.
Always wondered if there's like hidden words in here.
Well, they definitely know I'm here now.
No thanks. Alright, so we just boosted the yields, so now you can see we're gaining 2 food a day. Kind of nice. Could be higher, but still really nice that it's at least in the positive. There's the bloody note.
Found it. I found one of my aunt's prepper plans. It's in code, but if I decipher it, maybe I can figure out where she went.
Where's... oh, here it is.
Shit. They heard that.
Alright, might as well fill my pockets up as much as I can before going home.
If y'all want to make some deals, come on by.
Thank goodness. Something
Building
came
materials! Good, because I was running low. The new wandering trader is a food trader. We can mosey on over there. Now that I've fixed up the food insecurities that I was running, probably don't really need to trade with the food trader, but they will also have mods like the slow cooker. I'm gonna get home first, though. Drop this stuff off because I have no more room. Yeah, if I could get another compost bin for a potential future hydroponic, that would be kind of nice. Because you need one mod per facility, so it doesn't hurt to have multiple compost bins if that's how you want to feed yourself. Going a little slower this time. Yeah, that was better. See, I'm learning. Do you guys know, can someone wiki for me real quick what weight class the survey car is? Because I still do have that the light vehicle upgrade kit, and I don't have anything to do with it. I guess I could save it to see if I end up finding like a Jeep. Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. Take everything back. Don't even bother. Because, yeah, I am on the onto prepper line, and without spoiling anything, I don't need to find a light vehicle. I'm good there.
Always makes me feel good to be useful.
Okay, so we don't have any shortages of any materials. The comm center is almost upgraded. Hey, Ilona Cross, and it's Gabble. Thank you for the resub and the sub. You okay? No, you're not okay. Maybe putting our poo in our compost bin and then right back into hydroponics is a bit of a problem. Honestly, I don't really care for the retching noises. They're pretty horrible. If you could stop. For the love of God, lady, stop. Probably played sick. No one is fully infected in the colony. I know that for sure, because there'd be a little warning to my top right. But now that we have 2 spare labor, it might not be a terrible idea to rest people up in the infirmary when they're sick. Oh, almost no one is sick. So there we go. We have another output slot because of the Command Center 3. We also have drone hacking. So what drone hacking allows you to do is you spend parts, knowledge of computers, and power and labor to then hack for an hour, and then in the radio it allows you to call in a recon drone to help scout out areas. So I can do this just to demo. But first I'm going to do satellite broadcast, which increases my influence by 20%, which is indicated by 2 fingers somehow. Rather than the 10% of Comm Center 2. So that's even better to build up my influence. And muck out the latrine. So this is what hydroponics looks like. Where we plant... I'm not really sure what kind of plant it is. I'm going to guess tomatoes? Or raspberries? Or not raspberries, strawberries? Something like that. Okay. Wandering Trader is up. Did I? I never went back to the old Kagahen whatever house. So I had to do that as well. I made a mental note and then just didn't.
So, I guess it's time for me to clean up the mess you made while I was recovering, huh?
Won't outpost slots reset when I move base? Only if I move to a different map tile. If I stay on this map tile, they do not. It's when you switch maps, you lose your outposts, because, you know, map swapping means that those outposts aren't physically in the game anymore. So that barn sounds like it's full. But I don't care. Oh, this house sounds like it's full too.
Well, time for me to move on. If you ever end up over in Trumbull, feel free to stop by.
Man, I really wish I had someone with resourcefulness, which increases your percent of your bolts you get back. It would be a little overpowering, but I wouldn't mind it. Depth perception problems, lady? I wasn't over there, but okay. I think the other person that the zero... Oh no, they're still here. I was gonna say, I think their body despawned. But generally, unless you like save and load,
Can't carry that.
you don't end up despawning anything, which is really nice.
That's almost as much as I can carry.
So is that craftsmanship book? Yep. I don't recall if we had one in the base already.
We're good.
You are gonna like what I just found.
So I'll hold on to it just in case. Oh, a comfy chair. That's really
I'm
nice.
a little full at the moment.
So comfy chairs are a mod. It's a universal mod that you can install kind of everywhere. And it just increases morale, which is really nice to have. I'm going to have to come back for it, though. Unless... Here, actually, there's something I can do. Stack the Molotovs.
That's pretty heavy.
And now I can pick up the comfy chair. So the bike generator uses labor to make power. And still there's parts of this house left to set up. And clear. Alright, I'm gonna head over to the food trader. I haven't been given any other missions for a bit, so I think what I'm going to do is do the radio call in a second to ask around for other survivors. Because the more survivor groups that I meet, the more likely I'm going to get recruits, specifically recruits that I want, to raise my population up to 8. Because one of the requirements of moving into a large base is to have a pop of 8. Once we're in the large base, I can kick people out. It's a minimum requirement to move in, not to keep it. So I can bolster my numbers up to 8 with recruits I don't like for the long run, and then just get rid of them as soon as we're done. So what do you have compost bins as well. I'm going to buy that for later. I'm also going to buy the gardening textbook, because I don't... I should be able to learn... No, you can only learn gardening at large plot farms, not hydroponics. So yeah, it's good that I bought that. Yo, get over here.
Okay, let's see what you've got.
Might as well.
Okay. Yeah, lucky number 8. 7 plus you. I'll sell the mail order wakizashi as well. Free up some space. Maybe I can... Oh, don't go up there.
Let's see what we have here.
Might as well.
Fine. I want to clear out that
Let's
house.
see what we have here.
Sure.
So you might have noticed that, like, for the mail order wakizashi, I could have scrapped it for, like, 60 parts, or sold it for, like, 11 influence. That's why I don't tend to sell weapons. Because they're just not economical to sell. I only did it for the inventory space. Alright, question. What should the goal be? Do a quest, scavenge, work on the base or outpost, clear infestations, viewer suggestions. So while I work to build up my influence high enough and my roster large enough to move into somewhere new,
Let's head out. This
I
place
can
is
also
picked
be working
over.
on other things. So I think right now what I'm going to do is the find survivors.
Hello? Anyone out there?
So I spend
I wonder if
150
anyone can hear
influence
me.
to immediately become friendly
sorry,
with a
I
new
can't.
enclave.
Hello.
Where are they? The remnants? Yeah, I think they're the remnants, but the quest is weird and bugging out and not telling me where to go. Also, it's worth mentioning that it finds an enclave that's near you, so you should call it where you want one. Because if you call it in and you're on the other side of the map, the new enclave that you have to meet will be on the other side of the map. So if you don't want to have to commute a very, very, very long time to get to said enclave, it's definitely worth, oh god. Why are you right next to a juggernaut? It's definitely worth calling it when you're near home. Unless for whatever reason you want your enclave spread out like crazy. So they have building materials. Yes, please. And she is a political science major.
I do not like the look of that juggernaut.
Sewing? Oh, sewing's not bad. What else? Sewing, but like very low skills here.
Hey,
I know the overlay is covering it up, so I'm just reading it to you. And then John, your name is Jon Snow, for real? And you have no combat skill, 0 scar combat skill. So then there's Jon Snow here, who his quirk skill is design. Got it. All right, let's get this comfy chair back home. Yeah, he knows nothing, exactly. He only knows how to make your grit happy and how to be a bastard. Your acapella group needs a lot of work, friend. You ain't getting no Grammys out of those windpipes. No, sir. Okay, base or outpost? Sure thing. What should I upgrade? Add an outpost. Infirmary. Workshop. Still. Latrine. Or, yeah, that's it.
That's a plague bloater.
And I'll still be working on my influence and recruits. So as soon as the radio call for finding survivors comes off cooldown, I'm going to single that again to bring in even more people. I think what I'm going to do right now, with no other tasks assigned to me, is start to take a tour of the potential home sites. Which means that we are going to have to sort of decide where we're moving. Unfortunately, that means turning some of my building materials into bolts. Getting even further from being able to upgrade, but that was unavoidable. Alright, adding an outpost is, sounds pretty reasonable.
We got a serious problem with our zombie traps.
You know what?
Heading your way now, hun.
I'm going to go...
Please, you gotta hurry over here.
I'm going to kind of waste 3 minutes, because I'm going to get 20% more influence for completing this mission if I burn 3 minutes. I'm going to burn 3 minutes and then head over to the rocket jumpers to help them out. was affecting morale. Not enough beds, but that's it. The comfy chair, I'll stick into warehouse storage. Oh, I forgot you can put the salvage furnace into the auto shop. Oh, man. Right. That would be a lot better than having to switch between the bolt crafter and... Okay. All right, we'll remember that. And then we also have the composter for a second hydroponics if that's how we feed ourselves in the future. So I think a really good outpost for me to add would be materials. My worry is that there's no physical location for me to set up a materials outpost. So before I go to the rocket jumpers, let me see if there is one. So the outposts that have stuff are these circle things. So fuel, food. Fuel. That's a base. Fuel. Water. Food. Fuel. Food. Landmark. This is the special landmark one. Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, you're the horde breakers. Yeah, okay. So you're going to try to murder me. Got it. Bullets. Base. Food. Bullets. Meds. God, where are the building material outposts? What the heck? There, like, aren't any on this map tile. There's just Dewey's hardware. And it's covered by 4 plague hearts. Ouch. 2 med outposts there. Is there anything besides Dewey's? Oh, no, there's this. There's these homes under construction that are in my backyard, but they're covered by 3 plague hearts. So I guess there's a few building material outposts out there, but, like, they're all covered by hearts. So in a second here, I'll ask you if what kind of outpost you want me to set up. But if it is, in fact, the building materials outpost, that's going to require me to clear some hearts, I think. Oops. Which is fine. I just ideally want to start clearing hearts where it matters, where we're going to take over a base.
Maybe some chicken soup.
Oop, wrong one. There we go! My computer's just maxed up. I am just gonna pick electronics. I know my UI is in the way here. Let me hide it for a second. So the choices are between electronics, which allows you to make a solar generator and craft C4. C4. Or programming, which allows you to get attack drones and box mines. So I'm just gonna pick electronics, because that's what I definitely want to have. Should I try to add a building mats outpost? Yes or no? There's other options. So for me to craft C4, I need to get someone that knows computers up to electronics, and then I need to get Cadet here up to munitions. So I need to increase his level as well a little bit. One way to do that is for him to make Molotovs. So I'm going to have him make some Molotovs for me. Unfortunately, I didn't kick him up enough. What else can I make? It needs to say the bonuses need to be knowledge of chemistry. So I could make firecrackers. No, it's not kicking him up enough. Can we have the overlay again? You can. Boop, there it is. So it looks like you guys want building mats. Thank you for tuning in to State of Decay 2 New Haven, which originally streamed live on Twitch, September 27th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodomont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. I keep the same schedule week to week, so it's very easy to schedule it into your calendar. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhodomont.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video to make it easy for you. If you haven't subscribed and you haven't liked the video and you'd like to do so, please do so now. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode, or an upcoming stream perhaps. Stay safe out there in the zombie apocalypse.